In 1987, a British illustrator named Martin Handford introduced the world to the most annoying person ever. He wears a sweater which is striped red and white. He has a toque on with a pom-pom, and he wears round glasses. And he goes by a whole lot of different names. In Britain, he's known as Wally. It's Charlie in France, Walter in Germany, Willie in Norway. It's Ali in Turkey, but in North America, we know him as Waldo. And he is annoyingly hard to find. Of course, if you've ever taken up one of the books, Where's Waldo? You open the book and you expect to find him no problem. But then it's frustrating when you can't seem to locate him. And if you're like me, you might have slammed the book down in frustration and cried out, is he even there in the first place? Is he even there? You know, that's a similar question that Israel asks in our first reading today from the book of Exodus. Israel they're wandering through the desert. This is shortly after they've crossed the Red Sea. And everything in their mind should be straightforward, right? Because God has liberated them. They're no longer slaves in Egypt, and God is leading them to the promised land. This whole journey should be fairly straightforward, they think. But then things don't go the way that they thought they should go. Things don't go the way that they had planned. And all of a sudden, they find themselves in our reading today lacking water. And so they begin to be frustrated. They begin to be angry. They begin to question, is the Lord amongst us or not? You know, it can be really easy to ask that question when life zigs when we want it to zag, or when we feel that God has led us to a place which is completely unexpected and, let's be honest, downright frustrating. Is the Lord amongst us? Is God even doing something in our life? Well, this reading that we have before us, I think, shows us, two important things. One, it allows us to articulate those feelings. You know, we are allowed to feel our feelings, no matter how frustrated, no matter how angry, no matter how saddened, no matter how confused we might be. We are allowed to air those feelings. But more deeply than that, our reading shows us that yes, the Lord is actually with us. Even when life zigs when we want it to zag, even when we find ourselves in an unexpected place, and even when we don't know where God is because we can't seem to find him, God is there, and the Lord is working. Well, that's what we are talking about here at the cathedral this morning, and we'd love you to join us. If you're in the Kamloops area, please be our guest and come to worship this morning. We have two services, one at 8 o'clock in the chapel and one at 10 o'clock here in the sanctuary. If you're not able to get out to the Kamloops area, or maybe you are outside of Kamloops, then you can join us on live stream. We go live at 10 o'clock on our Facebook page. But wherever you are, whatever you are facing in life, wherever God has led you this moment, may you know that God is with you. May you know that God loves you. God bless you all.